What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on first take, Jalen Rose seems to think the Toronto Raptors are going to upset the Golden State Warriors. So let's see what they have to say about that.
But KD right now cannot be the Grinch that stole the Warriors.
So here's a couple of things. Yes, KD has something to prove. And here's why. If they don't win the championship, he's going to be to blame. If he's hurt and doesn't perform and they lose, people are going to say, he didn't play when they needed him the most. If he does play, whether he's hurt or not, and they lose, people are going to not only say he's not the best player in the game, he's also going to get the blame. For KD, say they win the championship without him. That elevates Steph Curry, and it diminishes his finals back-to-back MVPs. If they lose without him, people are going to point the finger at him because he wasn't there when they needed him the most. So he absolutely has something to prove, and you know that he's hearing the chatter. Are the Warriors better without him? Is the offense better without him? You know how you know he's hearing it? He's IGing about it. He's in the comments about it. He's emotional about it. He's in his feelings about it. So this is why we're going to the finals.
This does not make sense to me, Jalen.
This is why we're going to the finals. We should be saying KD wants to be a Warrior for life. He ain't saying that, Max. You know why? Because that'll never be his team.
No, he's not saying.
So I somewhat agree with Jalen Rose, but there's really no scenario that we haven't seen with involving Kevin Durant. So obviously the Golden State Warriors have won a championship before he got there. And the past 2 years, they won championships back-to-back with Kevin Durant, in which he was finalist MVP. So there's no scenario we haven't seen that it can't be done. And as recently as the past 7 games, they're undefeated without Kevin Durant, because he's been hurt. So to say they can't win without him, it just doesn't make sense. And, you know, you can't say that Kevin Durant is never going to be fully indoctrinated into this team or he's not going to get credit when they just went to the finals the past 2 years in a row and he got finalist MVP. So he has to get some type of credit. He's got to get something, because it's not like Kevin Durant came over to the Golden State Warriors and just blended in. He kind of disappeared and they won. Kevin Durant was a front runner with the team the whole time that he's been there. And what proves it is that, like I said, he got finals MVP. So I don't know what more, how much more he has to get credit, or what more he needs to have people give him credit for being a part of that team when he gets finals MVP. And if he doesn't play, you can't really blame him because he's hurt. He's legitimately hurt. And if they win without him, I don't think it's going to do anything much for Steph Curry, because we already know they can win without him because they've done it before. Now, if Steph Curry gets finals MVP, that'll be good, because he hasn't got finals MVP yet. So we're not seeing anything that we haven't seen already. So let's keep going.
Because he knows he's not getting full credit for these finals MVPs, KD.
That's why he got something to prove.
I'm not giving you the credit because you don't deserve it. Like that, right? Now.
And I don't understand how people are talking about Kevin Durant's not going to get full credit. How is he not going to get full credit when he's finals MVP? So he helped them get to the finals, and while he was there, he got finals MVP back-to-back. I don't know how much more validation or credit you need. I mean, how it's like I said, it's not like he just went there and just disappeared in the mix. He got finals MVP back-to-back. I don't know what more validation, what more credit you need. So let's keep it going.
Now, KD, on the other hand, if anyone thinks that the Warriors, or tells you, or you're reading anywhere, that the Warriors are better without you, they're insane. There's no team in the history of basketball, KD, as you know, that is better, that you wouldn't make better. Add KD to any team that ever existed, the team just got better, right? Like, that's obvious. But here's the thing. The Warriors already won a championship without KD. They already showed they could do that. You know, they came very close to winning 2 championships without KD, so we already know they could do that. How does he get credit taken away? And your other point about what if they lose with him? They can't lose with him. That's the point. If this Warriors squad adds KD, they cannot lose.
Hold on. Go ahead.
But you got to understand how you measure Kevin Durant, because clearly the Warriors, whoever they're missing, whatever it is, their talent is far above anybody else. You can't be the guy that messes it up. You can't be the guy that makes basketball not fun. When you are out and Steph Curry's in the lineup, the Warriors are 25-1. They play better without him. The ball moves. They smile. They enjoy basketball. And when you're on the floor, yeah, you guys are good because you're on another level. As you love to say, there's levels to this, okay?
Right.
They're on another level. But guess what? The ball stops. Guys aren't as effective. You cost your boy $30 million. And guess what? Another thing. When Steph is not on the floor and you're on the floor, it ain't the same, Holmes. Well, you know why?
So it's obvious that it's not going to be the same when you have Kevin Durant playing and whatnot. Like I said, they were a championship team before he got there. So what if Kevin Durant goes out, they can revert right back to what they were before he got there when they won a championship because they have pretty much the same team. So they're gonna be a different type of championship team with Kevin Durant, and they're a different type of championship team without Kevin Durant. Either way, they can win. Either way, they're powerful. And as you guys can see, they play different with Kevin Durant. He gets the ball more. They defer to him more, which would be the smartest thing because he's the most dominant player on the court. A 7-footer with a jumper from anywhere, you'd be stupid to not defer to him. So they're going to play a different type of ball. Did that screw over Klay Thompson? Maybe. I think regardless, Klay Thompson should have made it all NBA team, whether Kevin Durant is there or not. So as far as that, Klay Thompson should have got it. But it's obviously to play a different type of ball. If Kevin Durant's not there, the ball moves around a lot more because you don't have that dominant player to defer to. So if the ball's gonna move around more, you spread the riches around a little bit more. They play more of a team, which only makes sense. So like I said, this is nothing new. This is nothing new that's happening. So let's keep going. Oh, and the Golden State Warriors can lose. They can lose. When you start thinking you can't lose, you're too better than everybody else, and you're going to smash on everybody, that's when you get caught slipping. That is when you get caught slipping, and you can ask Mike Tyson all about that. And I like Mike Tyson. So let's keep going.
It's not the same because here's the strategy. If you're any coach, you're playing the Warriors with KD, you're going to lose. You go in knowing we lose. Like the series is already over. We've all known this for years now, which is why basketball has been less fun in the playoffs once the Warriors got KD. A 73-win team adds almost a perfect player, 7 feet tall. Forget it, right? So we already know that going in, so does the coach. What do? They're like, all right, we can't leave Steph. We can't leave Klay. We can't double KD. We can't trap KD. We can't treat him like you treat Kawhi on another team or LeBron on the Lakers or something like this. Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll dare KD to beat us 2 points at a time in ISO. Well, here's the problem. One-on-one, KD will beat you 2 points at a time in ISO. The team will look a little less efficient, but you will still
Not
lose.
The way Curry beats you. Not the way Curry beats you.
I'm going to paint a picture for you and disagree with your assessment that the Warriors can't lose with KD. They can lose this year's finals with KD. You know why? He's going to miss the first game. I'm picking Toronto to win this series. And I'm picking them to win the first game.
You
are?
Jalen?
Yes.
Since when are you picking
Jalen,
Toronto
don't
to
steal
win
my
the
thunder.
series? Why?
Everybody be quiet. And Jalen, tell us why you think they're going to beat the Golden State Warriors game 1. Let's see why.
Picking Toronto.
Because
This is new.
KD is injured.
Right.
Because
Okay.
Boogie's injured.
All right, so how's it playing out?
And so here's what's going to happen. The Toronto Raptors are going to win game 1. I saw KD limping to the plane. He ain't look like he was ready for game 2. But say he comes back in game 2.
KD ain't playing in this series.
Correct. Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So say the Raptors get up 2 games, and then all of a sudden you want to bring back KD. You don't think that's pressure on him to come back from an injury and get a must-win game? That's absolute
They
pressure.
have to, yeah.
And also, we talk about what the Warriors did before KD. They won 1 championship. Let's talk about what they did with KD.
With Dellavedova as LeBron's second
But
best player.
let's talk about what they did with KD. Won 2 championships. And KD was the finals MVP. I'm a person that doesn't believe this Warriors team that doesn't have the depth that they used to have will win a championship
Let's see what you
this
did.
year without KD.
That was a sleight of hand. You said.
No, man. So the Golden State Warriors bench proved that they can come on up and handle business while most of the starters are out. They proved that in the past 7 playoff games. And as, like I said, they've already won before without Kevin Durant. You don't think that they're prepared to play without Kevin Durant and do everything that they do? And if Kevin Durant does come in, I don't think he'll have pressure, but it won't be that bad of pressure. It won't be the type of pressure of being, you're the only star player on our team. It all rides on you. Everybody knows, and Kevin Durant, I'm sure he knows, like, look, if you can come in and contribute, everything you can do will be needed, and we'll be happy for that. But if you're still hurt, you're not at 100%, we can still carry you. We can still carry you like we've been doing the past 7 games where you haven't been here, and we're undefeated. So, like I said, any scenario you want to throw out, it doesn't really matter. The Golden State Warriors can win. They can win. So let's keep going.
But if KD misses these games and Toronto can jump up 2-0, I'm saying, yeah, maybe. If KD plays some games, they could still lose. I'm saying if you play a 7-game series against this Warriors team and they have KD on
but they don't. They don't.
You're going to lose. But they're not going to have KD at all.
You see, and I think that the Houston Rockets are probably a little bit more better than the Toronto Raptors. And I always thought, and I've always said, that the Houston Rockets will give the Golden State Warriors more trouble than anybody else that they're going to face in the playoffs. I pretty much said the Golden State Warriors and Houston Rockets playoff games or series was going to be like the finals. Because I don't think anybody's going to give it any more trouble than what the Houston Rockets did. Now, I know Kawhi Leonard is a better player than James Harden, arguably. But like I said, they already faced LeBron James in the finals, four years in a row? And they took care of him 3 times? 1 time without Kevin Durant? So you're not going to see anything new in the finals that you haven't seen already with LeBron James, who's arguably the best player in the league. And even with Kawhi. Kawhi's going to do his thing. Kawhi's going to do his thing. But what about everybody else? What about his supporting cast? And with Iguodala and Draymond Green circulating back and forth, taking care of Kawhi Leonard, I think they'll be able to take care of business. I definitely think they'll be able to take care of business. And who's Kawhi Leonard going to block? Or who's he going to guard? And then whoever he's guarding, they'll defer the ball to somebody else that will just drop buckets. So let's keep going.
Well, Jalen.
They don't have them. They don't have them.
What you're failing to see, the most impactful player on the Warriors is Steph Curry. It's not Kevin Durant. So what happens, even though he doesn't have the same physical attributes, the ball is going to move. Other guys are going to be comfortable. When you play against the Warriors, you have to beat so many different styles of basketball. They can grind you out. They can run with you. They can defend. They do just about everything.
Exactly. And I don't really like Mr. Hollins, but he's right there. They can beat you a ton of different ways, and they proved it, and they keep proving it. Kevin Durant's been out, they're 7-0 in the past 7 playoff games. They've won championships before without Kevin Durant. They've won championships with Kevin Durant. So they can throw any type of scenario at them, and you're not going to see any type of scenario that they haven't already seen with LeBron James. So they can take you out any other type of way. Any type of way. So let's keep going.
And this is a team, chemistry-wise, that's comfortable. Toronto doesn't have the chemistry. Jalen, Toronto struggles to score the basketball.
Yeah.
Do you think they score in the 120s against the Warriors?
Ryan, your suit is better than your argument. And I'm about to tell you why, my brother. I'm trying to tell you guys, the finals is going to slow down. Here's the chess pieces. I'm about to tell them to you right now. You put Danny Green on Steph Curry. He's struggling shooting the ball, but he's still the lockdown
defender, yeah.
You put Lowry on Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is a spot-up player. Every time he dribbles, the efficiency of that possession goes down. You put Pascal Siakam on Draymond Green. The most used play that the Golden State Warriors did against Portland was pick and rolls with Steph, with either Draymond and Looney. And that's why I put Kawhi on Andre Iguodala. Because when they run that pick and roll, here come my middle linebacker to come break up everything like they did.
It sounds good, Jalen. It sounds really good. But can they apply it? Can they apply it? There's been 2 years in a row where everybody's trying to figure out the Golden State Warriors haven't been able to do it. And I think the Golden State Warriors have beat a heck of a lot more teams that are better than the Toronto Raptors, with the only front runner pretty much being Kawhi Leonard. Like I said, the Houston Rockets, I think, will give a better look than what the Toronto Raptors will give them. Almost any team in the West that the Golden State Warriors have walked through, I think will pretty much be better than the Toronto Raptors, with the only front runner being Kawhi Leonard. So let's keep going.
Gusol play.
Marc Gasol
Where?
play. You ready for this? Against Bogut, because now they're going to